Page 182, Over the Rainbow. This page and the rest of the pages in this book are just extra pieces they've put in this book. Not all books may have these. If you have them, great. If you don't, that's fine. You may have them at different page numbers. I don't know. You can adjust the page numbers as you see fit. But this, it's Over the Rainbow. The arrangements should be the same. 4/4 time, 4 counts in a major. We're counting quarter notes. We're in the key of C major, white keys. Make sure you can do the C major scale at least 2 octaves up and down. I got a video on it, go do that. But we have some accidentals to deal with, so we have a few black keys down there. Let's take it one hand at a time, make sure we have the fingering worked out. The rhythm shouldn't be a problem, it's a bunch of eighth notes. So here, 1, 2, they want you to come here. No, let's not do that. The position is here. We're not using the G. We're using these, and that's the fingering I reckon you should use. 1 and then 2, 5. And then you can do 4. Claps, they come down. You can't connect the repeated C's, but connect this. Connect the melody. And then lift up and come down. Remember that C sharp's a half note. We got multiple voices going on. Hold it down. Same thing with the B. In major, or third line down, first measure, they give you a natural sign in front of the C. It's just a courtesy sign. It's a C natural anyway, but you just had a C sharp, so they're telling you make sure you play a C natural here. Let's go on. Second ending, you're here. Now lift up and come eighth notes. And I'm just rocking here. I'm not holding it still and trying to use the fingers. Rock back and forth. Just like walking, where you transfer your weight from one leg to the other. Same thing here, only it's fingers. It's a small motion. I exaggerated so you can see it better, but it's a small motion. And the last measure on the page, the notes are here, but it has an 8VA, both hands. I'll get to the other hand later. Just go up an octave here. Just lift up and move. Then back down. 1, 5. Now I recommend here, these are the half notes. They have 1, 5, 2, 5. I recommend a 2, 4. This way your little finger's available. Here, and then 2, 4. So you're ready to go on. That's what I recommend. Let's go down to the third line, last 2 measures. Your half notes. 1, 3. You're here. I don't see any reason for 1. Just do a 2, 3. I see no reason to use a thumb on that C. Because you're here, you're in this position, just stay here. Hold the C sharp down. This is the same as over on the other page, second line, last 2 measures. Use the same fingering as before. Left hand, at the beginning here, I recommend you figure that 5, 4, 2. Because we're sort of here, except we're not using that note. This way the thumb is available for the A. And then you can come up. And I do a 5, 2 for the quarter note, and then a 4, 1. I can connect both here, so I recommend that. And then you can go on. On the third line down here, my second finger. If I'm going to use third finger here, I'm going to use fourth finger for the F natural, because that's where it is. Because I can still use thumb. I don't want to go from here to here. So on the second line, last measure, you're here. Now you can use second finger there, but it still doesn't help you. Third, I'm going to do 4, 1, and now I'm ready. Now go on after the second ending, you're here, second finger. Yes, I like that. That's good. We got to cover this. There's no need to, you don't need to cross over the thumb, just second finger. I do a 5, 2, and you can stay 5, 2 or switch it to 5, 1 after the first one. But then the last measure, the AVA is both hands, so now you got to come up here. And then back down. And fourth finger there, this is at the top of page 183, second measure, the E flat. You can use fourth finger if you want. So it's, if you want, or fifth finger if that works better for you. And then going on, it's the same fingering I used before. Second line, second measure here. And then you can do that. And then a 2 on the B flat, then a 1 here, 1 4, and then a 3 if you can. If you can't, then use a 2, because you got to come up here now to go on here. And I like to connect these with the fingers. I want a fingering that works for me. So again, go back to the second line, second measure where the odd tempo is. So going on, it's here. And you can do here, and then a 5-2, and then a 4, and then here 2. Remember, that's a B natural because that flat was only good for that measure. So it's a here and then here. And I connect all these with the fingers. Yeah. And the third line down, second measure, the A has parentheses around it. That's telling you that that note is being played by the other hand. This note, you have multiple voices going on. And it just happens to be that different voices are doing the same note at the same time. That's all this is. So if you were arranging this for other instruments or whatever, you would have multiple instruments on this one note. With piano, we don't need that. We just need the one. So we're letting the right hand do it. So you just lift up and let the right hand do it, and then you can come down. And again, fourth line down, first measure, figure this the way we did before. 4, 1. So we connect it all together. Put the hands together. So you're here. Here. So your hands are close together, so you got to get one hand out of the way. Sometimes you can come up out of the way, or however out of the way, just out of the way. You put the hands together. Then go back through it a few million times and get rid of the hesitation so it is a steady beat. So work it out carefully. Try and get it, your fingering down where you're comfortable with it, sort of, and you're connecting all the notes with the fingers and all. And once you can get all that and the hesitation's out, then as far as the articulation goes, you're slurring. Lift up. Just putting in the phrasing. Just lift up here. Repeat. So put in the phrasing. The left hand connected as best you can throughout. Dynamics, apply to the melody wherever it is. Moderately loud. That's a forte. Whatever you think. The left hand needs to be soft. And then after the second ending, you come down to moderately soft. Left hand soft. We want to hear this. Keep this soft. And then this. And these wavy lines, play each of these 4 notes one at a time. Here. Different people will play this differently. I'm just telling you, I suggest you play it 1 note at a time, and I play the bottom note on the beat. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you come back down. So you read the dynamics. Now when you get over to page 183, second line, first measure, you have a retardando there. You're going to slow down a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the odd tempo means resume your regular speed again. 1, 2, you're just lingering on those notes, and then lift up in the right hand, New phrase, connect the left hand at the regular speed. They've added pedal. We'd like the overtones too. It's overlapping. Push the nose first, then the pedal. And you can pedal this pretty much like they're showing. Oh, throughout. Just, you're not pedaling everything, but they're pedaling most of it, and that's okay. If you want to hear the phrasing, you can lift the pedal up with the right hand for the phrasing if you'd want to hear it. It's up to you. Listen carefully to the pedaling and see what you think. Over on page 183, the last two lines, you're here. Lift up. That eighth note is by itself. And I suggest you do the same thing at the bottom of page 182. When you're up here, lift it up, so that's by itself. Listen carefully to the effect the pedal is having to the sound and pedal it accordingly. Now I tend to adjust the pedal a little bit to keep the melody clean. It's like here, here. I want to change it here to, I don't want all that. Change it and change it again and then change it again. And change it here to keep the melody clean. If I played this 10 times, I'd play it different every time, so don't copy me. It's just to give you an idea of how it might go. I'd like to play it with you very slowly. Let's check the notes and the rhythms. I probably don't need to, but I've been doing it through the book, so I'll go ahead and finish it. So I'll give us 4 counts. I'm not going to do any dynamics. We will do the repeat. I'm going to pedal it like I think it might be pedaled, rather than the way they're showing. Let's just try it together to make sure you're playing the same note I'm playing at the same time I'm playing it. 1, 2, ready, go.